Oops. There we go. That's funny. I don't know how to do this. Oh, there it is. Okay. That's good enough. Trying a new setup here. All right. Here's today's trade review. I had a really awesome trade on NVIDIA, and it was intentional, and I applied some new concepts to my trading that had been missing before. So let me show you what I saw. Coming into this morning, I noticed that both SPY and Qs were trending nicely on the daily. But if you looked at the 4-hour, on SPY, you could see that while it was trending to the upside, it was looking like it might want to break below this 4-hour trend line. And looking at the 15-minute, that's kind of where I came up with that idea. Was that in the after hours last night, we started to trend downwards, and then had this big gap down. And the same was pretty similar to the Qs. Had a nice daily uptrend. On the 4-hour, we were making still higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, but still trending, right? Lower lows, higher highs. But again, when we zoomed in even further, same thing. On the 15-minute, we had this downtrend in the after hours, gap down, kind of consolidating. So overall, I was bullish. I was looking for some bullish trades, but I told myself that I'm going to watch the SPY and the Qs for the first few minutes, and if they break this trend line and hold, then I'm going to look for bearish trades. And names I liked for bullish were Tesla, Apple, and Google. The name I liked for bearish was NVIDIA. I felt that NVIDIA could go either way, especially after earnings. You know, we've been consolidating for a while near all-time highs. After earnings, we were sort of stuck inside this range, all within the earnings news candle here. And you can see that we were making a clear downtrend on the 1-hour. So my thesis was, you know, if we break that 4-hour trend line on SPY and Qs, we're going to look at NVIDIA for a downtrend. And it happened almost immediately. I trade on the 2-minute chart. In the open, we had these strong 2 candles push down the first 4 minutes. The 5 and 6-minute candle came back to retest the low of the first candle close perfectly, or the first candle low perfectly. We had this strong selling action that retested that level, but then reclaimed previous day's low, as well as breaking through the 5-minute low. So I entered right here as we broke through that 5-minute low for 400 shares and wrote it down to the low of day. I took a couple scales here and here. And I was looking for continuation. I wanted to see this name continue down into, I wanted to see this name continue down into the 172 area, which is the next level that I was seeing right here at the, I guess it was after hours, the news candle low. I wanted to see continuation into that level. It doesn't look like we made it there today, and that's okay. I trailed my stop after I took my first scale. I trailed my stop down to break even. Oops. let that ride for a while. Tried to sit through this consolidation. And it was working out pretty nicely. But what ended up happening here was after we consolidated for a while and then respected this one candle rule here, it looked to me like we were going to make new lows. And what I said to myself was, if we make new lows or hit low of day, I'm going to trail my stop down to the one candle rule, which I did, and sat through this consolidation again. I was looking for strong price action above my stop loss before I closed out. I didn't get that. Oh, you know what? I misspoke. My stop was right around here after we started to move back down. I was respecting this one candle rule. And then as we looked like we were going to make new lows, I decided that my new candle was going to be right here, the 948 candle. So I trailed my stop down to the 948 candle wick. And as you can see, we reversed. I gave it some room. I wanted to see what the reaction was in this area. And we continued higher. And so I cut the trade for a nice $600 profit. I'm real happy with that. I could have held it longer and maybe realized a little bit more, but right now I'm just really focused on respecting my system and my rules. And part of that system is to trail the stop along with order blocks and the moving average, the 9 EMA. And I have to respect it no matter what. So that's what I did today. I'm real happy with it. And yeah, it was a great trade. Happy with the trade.